help me? Baby, can you help me?
I'm gonna do this video, and I don't do a lot of sports videos, even though that's my, that's my love right there. That's my real love. But I don't know how to. I do know how to feel, y'all. I'm hurt. Because the Mavericks just traded away Luka Doncic. We just traded away Luka for Anthony Davis. And bro, I don't know what to think. Like, what's going on in Dallas? What's going on in the Dallas of Texas? What's going on in the Dallas of Texas? Gosh. I done lost hope and belief in the Cowboys. And there's like the Mavericks just stuck it to me too. Like, here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I swear I don't get it. Anthony Davis is not a bad player. He's a very good player. He's different from Luka. He's more of a defensive force. He's a big man. Anthony's not a force multiplier. He's not a force multiplier. I feel like Luka is. Luka has his drawbacks, which is defense. And Nico Harrison came out and said, I believe defense wins championships. Somebody remind me how many championships that Anthony Davis have. Somebody remind me. He has one. Alongside LeBron. In the bubble. Outside of that, them niggas don't even make the playoffs. And if they do, they barely get in and they one and done. This is Anthony Davis alongside LeBron James. Alongside King James, who at 40 years of age is still putting in top of the league numbers. And Anthony Davis alongside LeBron still can't. This is just me. I think I did a video on this once before. Defense is very important. It's very important. You know what I'm talking about? A player that's good on both ends of the floor that's a good player. It's not the end all be all. Some guys are just in spite of the offensive output and their ability to threaten and challenge other teams is so significant that it causes other players to become better versions of themselves. And sometimes that can't be quantified. Even if you're looking at analytics, sometimes it just don't make no damn sense. Sometimes you have to suspend all of that because even when we had Dirk was never a great defensive player. Dirk never had the offensive output that Luka even has, but he was never a great defensive player. But in spite of that, we won 50 games a year for like a decade plus. Perennial playoff team. You know what I'm talking about? Went to two championships. Won one, lost the other. Should have went to 3, really. If Dirk didn't get hit in the semis versus the Spurs, if he didn't mess his leg up, we beat the Spurs that series. I think Steve Kerr went off and hit like 5 threes on us to close us out, but we go. And I say this to say that at 25 years old, Luka Doncic, non-defense playing self, has already went to the finals. I already had a Western Conference Finals appearance before Kyrie got here. Anthony Davis without LeBron never even... And it's not to crap on Anthony Davis because I like Anthony Davis. He's a very good player. Even if you bring up the injury history, Anthony Davis is hurt more than Luka. He misses way more games than Luka. Way more. I don't understand the thinking. Like, are we short on cash? I know Mark sold the team, and they're supposed to be trying to get casinos and a whole bunch of stuff built up around Dallas, and there's a lot going on. But are we short on cash? Did we think we cannot supermax him out? Like, because you did not trade Luka and you don't have nobody for the future. Kyrie's 30 plus. Anthony's 30 plus. Like, what young player do we have to look up for? The Lakers have a franchise player for the next 10 years right now in Luka. They don't have a great defender in Luka, but they have a franchise player, a player that you can build around and be championship ready every year for the next 10 years. You don't have it in Anthony Davis. He's been hurt so much. Anthony probably got a couple of more years left in his basketball playing life, and especially being an elite player. He probably got a couple of more years left. Them feet and them knees, and yeah, I said feet and knees. What is the thing? I'm just confused by this. I'm not happy. The return is not enough. We get a first round pick in 2029. You know how far away that is? Nigga. I'm hurt. I'm just confused. Was this Nico Harris? But like, did Mark Cuban even know it? Like, what is going on? Like, nigga, do Luka got a weird case that we don't know about? Is Luka on some academics Drake type stuff? Is it something like that? I understand being mad that he won't never take off for the Olympics or the World Games in the summer and let his body rest. He don't come in great shape. But even with that, Luka is worth more than having Anthony Davis. I just don't get it. And then you got Kyrie. As much as I like Kyrie and the transition that he's made and as helpful as he's been, we know Kyrie can be a volatile player. We know Kyrie gets in his feelings to the point that he might just one day decide that, you know what, I just want to go do some Kyrie again. Can we depend on Kyrie? I like what some of the other players have been doing and what and the players they've been becoming, but I'm just hurt today, man. I'm not happy in my Cowboys, and that's making the way I feel about the Mavericks even. I'm just confused. Why did you trade away a generational, Anthony Davis will be a Hall of Famer. He will be a great player. Anthony Davis won't be an all-time great player. Luka will be an all-time great historic player. That's what Luka will go down as. If he doesn't get hurt and end his career early, he will go down as one of the all-time legendary, I'm talking top legendary Hall of Famers. Anthony Davis will just be a Hall of Famer. That's what we'll be. And I'm not knocking that, but I'm just saying, you traded away a 25-year-old player whose game can still improve, will still improve, for a guy who is who he is and is what he is. I'm hurt today, y'all. I'm hurt. I just had to rant right quick. I'm hurt. Show me.